Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Tia Faith at Home, and in today's video we have just a very slight problem. First, if you are new to my channel, I make videos about being a working mom, a wife, personal finance, traveling, and everything else that falls in between there. Like I said, we have a small problem that's going on this week. Today is Wednesday, and yeah, my meal plan is just completely off this week. So it was also the week of Super Bowl, so I think that threw some things off. And like we had some things that happened last week that carried over into this week. And I know that this is a completely first world problem to have, where your meal plan is completely off and you have an abundance of food instead of a shortage of food. But now I have to do some things to go back and like kind of counteract that, and I'll let you know where it all began. So last week we had our normal meals that we normally do. So on Tuesday is usually like Taco Tuesday, then Friday we have pizza or Chick-fil-A or something like that, and that was normal. And then we do like leftovers on Wednesdays and Thursdays if there's some, and then like I said, we fend for ourselves on the weekend. Well, 2 days last week my husband and I didn't take leftovers, so that created more food being left, and then the food did not get eaten over the weekend due to some change of plans. And then there was the Super Bowl, and in my mind I had already knew that I wanted my husband to smoke some ribs for the Super Bowl, so that was 2 slabs of ribs. And then we also had like the Velveeta Rotel cheese dip, so that was that. And we actually took that somewhere and it didn't all get eaten, so we had some left over that we brought home. Well, fast forward, I thought my husband was going to be traveling on Tuesday as opposed to Monday, so I thought that he would be able to eat some more of the food on Monday, but he actually left on Monday. And then I also ordered 2 home chef meals for this week, and they came in on Monday. So going into Monday from Sunday, which is kind of a lax day because I didn't go to work, I had a slab and a half of ribs left. I had the Rotel cheese dip left. We still had taco meat left. And now I have these 2 home chef meals. And mind you, it's myself, my daughter, and my son that's supposed to eat all of this. So we're down to like a slab of ribs. We still have some cheese dip left. Oh, and mind you, we also had baked potatoes left over too. So yeah, we have all that food left over, and then we still have these 2 home chef meals that I need to cook. So what I'm going to do, and I'll bring you guys along, is go ahead and food save some of this stuff and we can just eat it later. So like yesterday my daughter had tacos, or nachos actually, but there's still some meat left over. So I'm gonna put that in the food saver and throw it in the freezer, and then we can have that again next Tuesday. I'm going to food save the rest of the ribs. I'm going to slice the potatoes up, blanch them, and then freeze them so that we can have those for hash browns, or we can turn them into mashed potatoes or whatever the case may be later. And then our home chef meals will carry us out for the rest of the week. Fingers crossed. That's how we'll finish the week out. And then we'll start all over and do next week with no surplus or food or anything. And then I'll make sure that all my like dates are right. And I know like if I'm traveling or he's traveling, when we're traveling, so we can have the proper meals or whatever. That's the issue that I was facing this week. And I was like, oh my God, we have so much food, which is crazy though. You look in our fridge, you're like, oh my God, you don't have any food. But I meal plan like down to the T, so like it's just the right amount or whatnot. We're not wasting any food, and we're not wasting any money, and we're not wasting any money on food. The other thing I'm going to do though is make some egg rolls, because we did have some leftover ground beef from the Rotel dip. I separated that, and then we had some sausage left over from something else. I think when my husband ate some chili. So I'm going to combine those 2, add some cabbage, and then make egg rolls, cook those and freeze them. I need to go ahead and do that because making egg rolls is tedious, and if I don't do it now, it's just not going to get done. And look, we'll be happy, or we'll be lucky if these don't turn into egg rolls in a bowl, because like I said, the process is just tedious. And honestly, for like the past few years, anytime I've had egg rolls, it's because my mom has come in town and she has made the egg rolls for me. That's what I'll be doing also. Now I'm gonna let you know how I normally do my meal prep. So for breakfast, things are usually pretty standard. There's gonna be waffles, oatmeal, homemade pancakes on the weekend, bacon for a breakfast sandwich or Canadian bacon or something like that, and cereal. So we always have those in the house to choose from. So really there's no planning for breakfast unless I decide that I really want to do something big and like make a breakfast bake or something like that. But even still, we have all the ingredients like on hand to make a breakfast bake at any given time. And then when it comes to lunch, lunch is usually comprised of like our leftovers or whatnot. It's very rare that I make a separate lunch, but usually lunch comes from a leftover. And sometimes it's simple as like a sandwich or something. But for dinner, what I normally do is, so Tuesdays is Taco Tuesday. Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually like wing or chicken nugget Wednesday or Thursday. And if I don't make it myself, I'll buy like little frozen wings or something and make them. And then Friday is usually like a pizza day or a Chick-fil-A day. So those are set or whatnot. And that's why it's easy for us to take our leftovers and use them for lunch, because we have like set specific days. But for days like Sunday, Monday, and then either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how it goes, I always go through my fridge, my pantry, and my deep freezer to see what we have on hand, and that will help me determine the menu. And then if I need to go grocery shopping, it lets me know what I need to buy, whether it's fresh produce, frozen produce, meats, seafood, or anything like that. But usually I have everything on hand. If not, that's usually when I do like my big hauls. So like I said, I go through my fridge, I go through my pantry, and I go through my freezer to see what we have. And then I identify the days that we normally don't have a theme for. Those are the days that I decide what we're going to eat. So I'm actually not freezing the taco meat. We're gonna go ahead and finish that for dinner tonight, as well as the rest of the Rotel cheese. I'm just gonna freeze the ribs, still prep the potatoes so that I can blanch them and freeze them for later, and then also make the egg rolls so that I can cook and freeze those for later. So the only thing that's changing is I'm taking out the taco meat, and then like I said, the two home chef meals will finish us out for the rest of the week. Ribs complete. Now I'm just prepping my potatoes. I'm not sure how long Max is gonna let me actually do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and prep them for some hash browns or potato wedges. Part of me was thinking about just being lazy and doing potato wedges, but I know we'll eat the hash browns over the potato wedges, so that's what I'll prep them for. And then, like I said, I'll just blanch them and then freeze them on a cookie sheet so that they freeze like independently or whatnot. And then I'll put them in a food saver bag. And then when it's time to cook them, you actually just use a little cooking oil and brown them in a pan. I went to get the knife, and Max is done with his cheese now. And of course, half the cheese was on the floor, so I had to clean that up really fast. He loves cheese. So on my most recent Costco haul video, someone had actually mentioned that they get their cheese from Costco. And I was gonna do that before because he likes shredded cheese. But I was just like, I'm not paying $11 for like a 5-pound bag of cheese. But in all actuality, I spend like $7 on a 2-pound bag of cheese from the regular grocery store. So what's the difference? So I think next time I go to Costco, which will probably be later this month or March, I think I might try out their bags of shredded cheese. Like I said, it's like 5 pounds. And then I can always break it up into smaller bags and put them in the freezer. Right now I buy 2 bags for $7.63, which totals to be like a pound. So he's trying to get something behind me or whatnot. So I think that might actually end up working out. So I'll see. I'll let you guys know what I decide to do. So yeah, I'm just chopping up these potatoes now and trying not to step on Maxon in the process. Oh, look at how cute he is with his little cheese. Is that yummy? Really fast, there are my potatoes. This is actually my second batch. I'm gonna let them be in there for like a minute and pull them out and put them on the Once these cool off, I'll stick them in the freezer so that they can freeze individually, and then I'll put them in the food saver. Hopefully that happens tonight so I can get it done before I go to bed. Now I'm getting ready to prep my egg roll mix and then start making my egg rolls. This is the egg roll mixture, and I use the same recipe that my mom uses: ground beef, sausage, and like the little coleslaw mix from the grocery store, and add a little bit of soy sauce to it, and this smells so good. And I know that I'm making these egg rolls to freeze, but I probably am going to take one out and leave it for myself. Maxon, what are you doing back there? So yeah, it smells so good, and I'm about to make these egg rolls so I can go ahead and fry them up and then let them freeze. Maxton, can you say hi? Can you say hi? Kisses? Thank you. You're such a sweet boy. No, he wants to sit on the counter. You're not sitting on the counter. Nope, nope, nope. Kisses. Kisses? Yay, Paxton. Y'all, I thought he wanted to sit on the counter. He wanted the remote, which is right there, so that he can watch Coco Melon. You want to watch Coco Melon? Yeah, he wants to watch Coco Melon. Here I am going through the process of making the egg rolls. I kind of have like an assembly line set up, and you just add the egg wash and then fold it up into its respective parts like a triangle. And I'll slow this down so that you can actually see it in more detail. Here's my assembly line. So I'm taking about a 1/4 cup of mixture, maybe a little less than that, but I'm just adding it to the egg roll wrappers. And when I was younger, I swear the egg roll wrappers were much bigger than what they are now. Now they're like these little bitty squares, but I promise you, those egg roll wrappers from when I was younger, my mom, they were like the size of a plate. But that's neither here or there. But again, I'm just going through adding the egg wash to the corners. Then I'm going to fold it into a triangle. Then I'm going to take each end of the triangle, put egg wash on them, and then fold it inward. And then I'll put egg wash on the tip, and then it becomes a nice little rectangle, like perfect bite size. And then you just continue the process. And I say that it's a tedious process because you have to brown the meat, add the cabbage, like basically make the mixture and everything. But this is the part that takes long, and I call this a labor of love. I'm frying these up in some canola oil now. Let them drain, cool, and then I'll put them in the freezer to food safe. So we are all done. I got some ribs to go in the food saver. I got my potatoes for hash browns or mashed potatoes or whatever you want to use. And then I have egg rolls as well. I did eat an egg roll and it was very tasty, and I left one out for Greg so that he can have one. He was kind of disappointed that I was reading all this stuff. So now we have some things to go in the freezer. Like I said before, I didn't want to waste any food and I didn't want to waste any money. So that's why it was important to me to go ahead and take care of the extra food that we did have. So for the rest of the week, we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll actually have the home chef meals. And like I've said in previous videos, you guys have heard me say this time and time again, on the weekends we fend for ourselves. So tomorrow I'll make a home chef meal. We'll eat that until complete, and then we'll make the other one. We're actually going out to eat on Sunday. Yeah, so this video is over, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.